Shalom, Boker Tov, everyone. Rabbi Eric Solomon in Raleigh, North Carolina. Once again, little morning Torah, a little earlier than normal. Believe it or not, I have to make a phone call today in a way that I need to do it early to catch someone in a different country. But in any case, I wanted to share just a little brief morning Torah before we get for our day, another day under COVID-19. And this one is about really preparation for Pesach. So the holiday of Passover is coming soon, a little less than 2 weeks. It's going to be Passover like no other for many of us, not all of us, who are watching and learning together. And so this Shabbat coming up is Shabbat Tzav, the second Torah portion of Leviticus, but also Shabbat Hagadol, the great Shabbat. It was the Shabbat 2 times a year in antiquity, or thousands of years ago. Rabbis would give sermons. One was in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, Shabbat Shuvah, about repentance and the laws of Yom Kippur and getting ready for Yom Kippur. And this one traditionally was focused on the laws of Passover and the message of Pesach. So we'll be doing both study of the Parsha and preparing for Passover. So my brief message this morning deals with the burning bush. You know, many of us know the story either from reading it from the Torah original, or there we go, one second. Many of us know the story either from the Torah original or from the there we go. Or from seeing the movies, Charlton Heston and Prince of Egypt, are classics at this point. And there's that famous moment. Moshe is being called by God to go back and to free his people from bondage, from Egypt. And Moshe, doesn't know. Right? He's getting ready. The whole journey he's having. He's run away. He's run away to Midian. Eventually meets his wife. He gets help from a wonderful Midianite priest named Yitro or Jethro. Usually having a kind of amazing identity crisis moment. What do I want to be? What do I want to do? Who am I? Who am I really? And what's my mission in life? And there's so many great lessons about Moses, our teacher. So Moshe Rabbeinu is walking and with the flock and the sheep, etc., shepherding, when he sees a bush. And the way it says is einenu ukal. It was not consumed. A bush that was not consumed with fire. We call it the burning bush. And in that burning bush moment, it's very powerful. God comes out from the middle and says, calls out Moses, 2 times, I believe, and then says, Moses, take off your shoes. The ground you're standing on is holy ground. And that's when God makes another call out to Moshe, basically saying, you need to do this. This is the time. We need you to step forward and fulfill your mission and do your work, your holy work. And my short, sweet Torah this morning is that we can imagine that there were perhaps others, who were on that mountain, or other, shepherds, or who knows, perhaps past that bush as well. The key is that Moshe noticed that the bush was burning and not being consumed. He saw it. He took a moment to reflect on it. He spiritually engaged with it and took time to just focus on it. And, the message of the burning bush is multiple, but one of them is that there are all kinds of aspects in our lives all the time. There are burning bushes in nature, in the world, that are calling out for our attention. And usually, due to our hustle and bustle, or just due to the fact that we're kind of closed in our spiritual face, we're not ready to look at them. And the burning bush, in Moshe's response, he says what Moshe's leadership was his ability to notice, hey, something's wrong here. Something's different here. I'm noticing it. And that takes a pausing. This is a pausing time. So I invite you in your day, to pause. What can you, first of all, notice in nature? But also, what can you even notice about others? One of the other teachings about Moshe, a very great midrash, says, how do we know he was a great teacher, or he's going to be a great leader? Is that when he was shepherding, he saw all the flock was in one place, but there was one stray, lamb or sheep who was off on its own. And it was hurt or couldn't walk, and Moshe took that lamb, found it, put it on his back, and then walked that lamb all the way, back with the other flock, which sort of couldn't go. And it says, because God says, because you had compassion on this lamb, I will have compassion on you and on the Jewish people, and the way you led us. You are our leader, basically, because you've carried even the weakest. It's again because he noticed. He saw that someone is struggling. He was aware. His heart was open to it. So it's a day not only to be aware in nature, perhaps, and I think of the burning bush. What is the burning bush out there? But where is there a burning bush inside someone maybe you need to pay a little attention to, even on cyberspace, even over the phone? They might be suffering a little bit. Maybe they need someone to carry them to and put them on their shoulders. But that takes an awareness, a pause to think about what's going on and to be sensitive to it. So I wish you, please, God, a good day, another good day, God willing, and a day which we raise our sensitivity to the burning bushes, both human and non-human, inanimate in our world. Okay, Boker Tov, Shalom.